Oh, hi there, students. So you remember expressions like the original problem here. Look at that. Okay, the original problem is something that you need to solve, and then your teachers ask you to solve it by, doing distributive property and then combining like terms and then simplifying them, right? So there are methods, there are levels of solutions which your teacher require you to do. Guess what? The original expression is equal to the second expression, equal to the third, equal to the fourth, until it becomes simplified. Either it's the long one, the medium size, or the small solution below. Guess what? They are all equal to each other. And you have to know if they're really equal to each other. And how do you do that? That's the lesson for today. So we've learned distributive property in the past because when you see expressions like this where there's a number followed by a parenthesis, they are to be multiplied. That's why they're called factors. They are numbers to be multiplied, but you multiply to each of the terms. So 5 times x is a 5x. 5 times 3 is a 15. Okay, we remember that. Check out our old lessons if you forgot what this is. 3 times 2 is a 6. Since there are two x's, x squared. 3 times 4 is a 12, positive 12, yes. But there's an x, leave that x there. Okay, and the last one, 4 times 2 is an 8, x squared. 2 times 6 is a 12x, and 2 times 5 is a 10. All right? So what can you say? The expression on the left is equal to the expression on the right. Okay, they may look different. One is simpler, but the other one is expanded form. What can you say? They are equivalent expressions. And that's the lesson for today. They may look different, but which of the following will be equal to the other? So that's our original expression. But first, let's expand them. How do I expand that? I distribute the first part, right? There's a second distributive property there. Let's do the first part, okay? Let me use my blue first. The blue for this part of distributive property. Negative 5 over 7 times 3x, all right? I will do the negative 5 over 7 again times what? Times 1/4 y. All right. So, and on the next part, let me use my green. Negative 9 times what? X over 7. And then negative 9 will be multiplied by what? Negative 1 over 28y. See? First expression is now expanded. See? Definitely it's longer. This is the original expression. This is the second expression. Now we can multiply the first part. So 3 times 5 is 15x over 7, but that's going to be a negative, of course. Negative and positive is a negative 5 over 28, but the y is still going to be there. Now let's do the green part. Negative 9 over 7. Put down that x. Negative and negative is a positive 9 over 28. And it's a y. This is now my third expression. Guess what? They are again equal to each other. Don't be scared. One could be longer, the other is shorter. But guess what? We can still simplify this because this x could be combined with that x. Negative and negative, we're adding them. 15 plus 9 is 24 over 7x, right? Because the x's were combined. How about the y's? I can combine a negative and a positive, same denominator, so no problem, over 28, okay? So 9 minus the 5 is a 4, okay? And then I copy the y, of course. There you go. And since you're a positive, I put a plus, all right? This is now the fourth expression. It's shorter, right? Sometimes it's expanded in the middle, but when you simplify, it's short. Guess what? expression number 1 is equal to expression number 2 is equal to expression number 3 is equal to expression number 4. Whether it's expanded or simplified, they are the same. Okay, so now we will also do our distributive property again. So, but if you look at the original expression, there is the first part of distributive and another part of distributive. So, let's start with the first part, negative 2. So, I mean 0.2 times 5x, right? The second part, let's do that. So, that's going to be 0.2 times negative 0.3. Okay. Then we will add that later. Okay. Now, the one in blue. So that's going to be a negative 0.5, negative 0.5 times negative 1.1x. All right. Next, distributive, negative 0.5 times 4.2. Okay. Then we're going to add them later. That's now an expanded form. Really, it's so long. But we're not yet done. Let's now multiply the first part. 5 times zero point 0.2 is 1 whole, or simply x. Okay, next. Plus 2 times 3 is a negative. So you're not a plus anymore. So you're a negative 0.06. Okay. Let's erase that. Let's erase this so it's cleaner. Okay, now let's go on with the blue part. Negative times negative is a positive. Half of 1.1 is 0.55x. Okay, next. Negative times positive is negative. Yes. So zero point 0.5, half of 4.2 is 2.1. You're a negative. Okay. So that's the third expression, the third level. Now we can combine like terms. You're a 1, you're a 0.55. Put them together. 1.55x. Remember, there's a 1 there, right? Next, I can combine now this and this one. You're both negatives, therefore add them together, negative 2.16. All right, that's the final answer, and it's the most simplified. Now, look at this, guys. The first part, first expression, became longer, very much expanded, but when simplified, combined like terms, it got a little shorter, and the shortest way that it could look like is that one. So, all of these expressions, 1, 2, and 3, are equivalent to each other. Now, let's try some practices here. So, this is the expression given to you. Which of the following is equal to that? So, like I said, you have to solve it first to see which one is equal. All right, distributive property. 6 times 3 is an 18x, but that's a negative. You know it's going to be any of these two, right? So again, negative 6 times negative 2.2 over 3, negative times negative is a positive, right? 6 times 2 is 12 over 3, but I will not see 12 over 3 there. Okay, so what is 12 divided by 3? Negative 18x. 12 divided by 3 is a quattro 4. So it's equal to this. You might be tempted to choose this one, the third one. No, not you. It's only the last one. Okay, next. Again, which is equivalent to this? Use your distributive property first. 12 times 3 is negative 36. All of these expressions got a negative 36, but don't forget the x. Negative times negative is a positive. So it could be this positive, that positive, not you, you're negative, not you, you're a negative. So let's multiply that. Negative 12 times negative 3/4. What will it be? Negative 36 times negative, that's going to be a positive, over 4. What is 36 over 4? This is going to be what? Equal to 9. So this is the correct answer. Negative 36x plus 9. The first, excuse me, the original expression is equal to this one. All right, I think this is the opposite of what we've been doing because, this doesn't look expanded. It's already the simplified one. So let's do the distributive property for the first one. That's going to be 2 times 3 is a 6x. All right, quite good. 2 times negative 4 is a negative 8. But do they look alike as the original expression? Not you. How about the second one? 2 times 3 is a 6x. The next one, 2 times positive 4 is a positive 8. Does it look like the same as the original one? Yes. So I don't need to proceed. That's the only correct answer. But let's try the others. 2 times 4 is an 8x. That already is wrong. 2 times 3 is a 6x. Yes. 2 times 8 is a 16. Look at the original. It's not a 16. So not you. This is the correct answer. So this would have several answers. So in order to know that, let's try to solve it step by step. Okay, so let's start with the first distributive property. All right, so you know that 5 will be multiplied to 1/3 x. 5 will be multiplied to 7. What else? Let's go to the second part. The negative 3 will be multiplied to each. Negative 3 will be multiplied to 1/2 x. Negative 3 will be multiplied to negative 4. All right, can you see something that looks like that? Yes, you see this one. The first step is already a long expression, and it's equal to the first one. They're all equal, all the levels that we do, all the solutions that we do, they're all equal to each other. Okay, so now after doing the distributive property, we can now multiply. Okay, for the red part, it's going to be 5 over 3x, right? Because I multiply these two. 5 times 7 is 35. Okay, for the blue part, negative 3 halves x. And then negative and negative is positive 12. All right, can I see something that looks like that? Can you look at this? Is it the same as this? Yes, you could see the 35, you could see the 12, but where did they get 1 and 2/3? So because this is also equal to 1 and 2/3, this one is also equal to 1 and 1/2. So they're the same. Okay, we're good so far. Next, let's combine the like terms. The x's could be combined. These x's could be combined. The numbers could be combined. Okay, so how do I add 5/3, 5/3, and negative 2/3? Let's make them like terms first. How do I make them like terms? Common denominator is 6, 6. All right, times 2 times 2, 10. This one is times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So you're a negative, you're a positive. Okay, so what do I do next? A positive and a negative, I subtract them, of course. So that's going to be what? 1/6 x. So all of these x's are simplified as 1/6 x. How about the 35 and the 12? I can add them now. That's going to be 47 plus 47. Okay? Can I see something equivalent to that? Yes, yes, yes. There you go. All right. See, each of those layers are equal to each other. And we saw them in the choices. Okay? So, you got it now? So don't be scared of any expression. It could be expanded or simplified, but all of them are equal to each other. So that's it, my awesome learners. So don't forget, results is equal to action plus motivation. Good luck.